What makes you stand out as a model?
For me, it's more than just the person. It's more about like how do they feel. If I were them, ningefeel aje. So I try my best to help that person to the best of my capability.
Yeah.
I'm caring. I'm an outgoing person. I am so outgoing. I don't limit myself. I'm always reinventing myself. So I feel like that is really something that makes me stand out.
Welcome back to Maidanja show. It has
Thank you
been
so
long.
much.
How are you?
I know, I'm good. I'm good.
It has been
Home
long.
but yes, I'm good.
You'll get well.
Yeah, thank you.
Mm.
So, hi guys. To those who know me and to those who do not know me, well, it's high time you know me. My name is Tracy Mola Lungaho. I am the current Miss Curvy MKU as well as the current Miss Curvy Campuses Kenya. A model, a commercial model, a pageant model. I'm a hairdresser. I'm a singer. I also act. And above all else, I love God. I'm a Christian, and my faith is my strongest shield. And I'm really glad to be here. This is not my first time though. Oh, my
Yeah.
new face.
It's a new face,
How
face
so?
in a new face.
I think me frequent is the shows, but
frequent,
it's been a while. It's been a while since we got back to it.
Yeah, since we had a break,
Yeah,
we've never been here.
Yeah, true. He graduated, so you know.
All right, now we are going to discuss a lot of things, also relating it to the modeling category. Now, the last time you were on this show, I think you had no title when it comes to modeling.
Hey, kitambo.
Ulikuwa na any title?
I think I had the Miss Curvy MKU.
No.
Really?
When was that?
I don't know.
Miss Curvy MKU was there around
September last year.
September last year. Since the last show I had was the last we had with you 2023 or 2024 early January there.
Wow. Then it's high time we have this.
Yeah, it has been a long time since we had this show. Now, when it comes to modeling, how did you discover that you can model? Maybe who motivated you? And where did you get the skills? Because when you uliingia hivi kwa industry manze, yani nyote ilikuwa pale.
I know. Oh my goodness. I don't even know where to begin from. But I guess acha nianzie from like how I loved modeling since I was a small baby. Nilikuwa napenda modeling, and even you could notice the way I used to walk. I used to get like my friends tell me, Trace, unatembea vizuri, like you're catwalking and and in primary school, some backlashes from other girls because of course, bona catwalk, sutembea too normal. But that's my walk. I walk like this. So yeah, in high school, when it came to in high school, I did modeling. My school was Lukwako. We tried the modeling in the fun day, blah blah blah. So where it really came to light and where it sprouted, kabisa, was here in university. My friend Wawa, Marte Wawa. You know
Wawa, yeah.
Wawa. Yeah, she is an amazing person. You should go check her out on Instagram, Facebook, blah blah. Marty Wawa. So she's amazing. She really pushed me towards like joining the modeling industry and so forth. Because I remember the first time I was supposed to join the modeling in MKU, we put in Tatiana. Tatiana was amazing, and she did an amazing job, and she won, and she became the Miss Curvy 2024. 2024. Yeah.
So that competition participated?
No, I didn't participate, but we were still contemplating. I wasn't really into it. I think Wawa hadn't convinced me enough. Kama venye aliniingiza box last time. So eventually akaniingiza box, nikakubali, and I got into it, and I just loved it because it gives me such a presence. It makes me feel like I have the chance, I have the opportunity to speak on behalf of other people, and that is just what I love because I know I'm such a speaker, such a talker. So yeah, I know I talk a lot, and I know that modeling has really helped me through this phase, and I'm just happy about it. I think university is it's where opportunity anime it's like it's blown out completely.
All right. Now, the type of modeling. We have different type of modeling.
Yeah, sure.
Which one are you engaged in?
Actually, both, because I feel like, okay, when it comes to commercial modeling, you are representing another brand, right? You're representing another, like you're just there as a representation of the other brand. But then when it comes to like pageantry modeling, you are the brand. You are influencing yourself. You are just showcasing yourself. You're putting yourself out there for you as the product. You understand? You are the product. You are selling yourself as the product. So pageantry comes in when you can get the gigs for now, lotion or other things. So yeah,
All right. So you engage in both type of modeling.
yes.
Okay. Now since you entered in this modeling field, now have you engaged any positive energy or negative energy from your friend, from the media, society?
Funny you should say that, because when it comes to this title, Miss Kavi, um, before in our school, you remember MKU, we had the Miss Chubby.
Miss Chubby,
Yeah, it was
yeah.
Miss Chubby and then Miss Kavi. It's supposed to be Miss Kavi, right? And when you look at, I don't have the best example, but the previous ones, the previous models that were participating for the Miss Carving were actually a bit plumpier than I am. So it was a bit, it kind of felt like I'm getting into something. I'm not sure. I'm not that thin. I'm not that plump. I'm just there. Am I big enough to be a Miss Curvy? Am I big enough to be Miss Chubby? Or am I small enough to be part of the Miss MKU? Or am I small enough to be part of like a Miss without having to necessarily be?
No, you're bringing in something that we need to understand well. Because you're saying there's a size with a type of model.
Yes.
Now, chubby, is it chubby or curvy?
Chubby, there's chubby,
Chubby?
there's jumbo, there's curvy.
Now, curvy, those three, can you elaborate to us so that we can understand? Okay. I personally am confused.
This is for the unconventional models, like not the size 1, size 2, not the tinier models, not the slender models. Like you're more curvy, either on the bust or downwards, or just the whole body wise. Like you're a bit plumpier than the conventional size for modeling. So yeah.
Okay.
So they incorporated that into the modeling industry, and I think it's a very nice opportunity for also the caviar models to express themselves through the stage, through fashion, through modeling and pageantry.
Wow, that's nice, because it has brought so many people now in modeling field. All right, now how do you've not answered my question?
Sorry.
The positive energy and the negative energy.
So yeah, as I was talking about that time in Miss MKU,
yeah,
I feel like there was a time I kind of felt a bit low, because now I was questioning myself: am I big enough to be part of the Miss Curvy, or am I tiny enough to be part of the Miss MKU? So I was kind of torn in between having to go for either the Miss Curvy or Miss MKU, because now I feel like I'm big. I would tell myself I'm big. I'm big enough not to be part of the Miss MKU, but I'm not big enough to be part of the Miss Chubby. You understand what I'm saying?
Now you are there at the middle.
Yes, so I felt like I was in the middle, and I felt like it was just too much of an emotional roller coaster. And having Ndanya, my best friend, having Ndanya and Wawa by my side was really amazing, because they helped me through it, and I just had to work myself up and just get myself out of that hole and understand that I'm enough, I'm perfect, I can do it, I deserve it. So I think that was the highlight of like the negativity part. But other than that, I feel like there's so much positivity, because I get the chance to talk on behalf of other people. I get the chance to meet a lot of people. I get the chance to express myself, to express my needs, to express other people's needs. And I also get the chance to be a servant. You know, the way Jesus served his disciples.
Yeah.
I really live by my faith, as I said. So I feel like I get the chance to be a servant for other people. Like I serve other people, and that really, really makes me happy.
Alright. Now, unajua mambo na modeling kuna vitu mingi sana. Now,
Yes.
let's go to now the modeling itself. The experience you've had on the runway. Pale model. Unajua pale runway uko peke yako, like you having thousands of people there. All eyes are at you. Now, how is that runway? Because for you, you have experienced, have I think a good experience. Because when you talk of Miss Curvy campuses, Kenya, it's national wide, right?
That's true.
Now, during that time for modeling, so many people are present.
Yes.
Now, how is the experience?
Funny thing is, I actually love being looked at. I don't know if that's bad. I don't know if it's bad that I told you, or I don't know if it's bad that I say that. But I love being. I don't know how I'm going to make this sound so positive. But I love being there. I love being present. I love people watching me. I love being watched. So it wasn't much of a big deal for me. I love being in the presence of a lot of people. I love talking. I love showcasing my fashion. I love showcasing myself. So it wasn't much of a, am I afraid to be on stage or what? But I know other people do have a problem with this one because it's like a challenge. It's like a challenge they're trying to get across. But for me, it wasn't much of a challenge because I'm actually so used to being in front of people, talking in front of big people, like big stages and large crowds. I'm so used to it. I'm the class rep.
Oh, you're the class rep?
Yes. So
leadership skills,
yeah, exactly.
The courage is there.
Exactly. And I've actually been a prefect my primary years, high school, university. So I feel like confidence wasn't really much of a challenge for me or standing in front of people because it's something I actually love. That is something I admire about myself, by the way.
Now, when we're talking about modeling, modeling comes with all the fashions, we're talking of we start from maybe hair, you come to dress, dressing. Is it still part of dressing?
Yeah, true.
Oh, now let me just say it as let me integrate them. The dressing part of it, like how do you get any challenge? Maybe getting the new fashions in town, getting maybe different outfits. There are different categories of modeling. Now, getting those outfits, is it a challenge?
It's actually good that you brought that up because when you set your mind on modeling, kwanza ukiwa you're just beginning, it is quite a lot because you need to come up with like a financial strategy. You need to come up with a financial strategy because you're supposed to, if at all you have like 5 categories and you're supposed to like look for all these outfits, you need to have money. And it's either you're being supported by your family or yourself, or you have a side job or something, but you actually need to have money for that. So it's quite a challenge if you're beginning because some of the professional models have their agencies, and the agencies kind of help in or cater for some of the clothes and blah 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 and so forth. But if you're coming in as a new model, it's quite a challenge when it comes to the financial sector because you need to do what? You're supposed to come up with the money to get this outfit on your own. Now, once you get on the stage, you're going to meet a lot of styles, a lot of fashion, and fashion is expensive. It can be expensive, but some models upcycle. We are actually trying to like upcycle. You can use the material before to make other outfits and so forth. That's how some of the models actually do. But when you're beginning or starting out, it's quite a challenge when it comes to the finances.
Now, starting modeling is a challenge when it comes to dressing and fashion, all that. Now, which or how will you advise someone who is out there interested in modeling, and maybe he or she, when he looks at the cost, he fears to make a step? Which advice will you give that person?
I'd say invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. If you are the product, as I said earlier, you are the product. So invest in yourself. It might be hard, but invest in yourself. But also you're supposed to live within your means. I know that kind of contradicts itself, but the thing is, don't go too much out of your comfort zone, because you might find yourself in debt, and that's even worse. We don't want debt. We don't want debt. But the thing is, invest in yourself. It could be a minimal makeup, a minimal outfit, a minimal what, but just stand out, be authentic, and just embrace your creativity, because creativity really does count a lot. You can have some fabric like this green one, you can come up with a dress, a wrapper dress. Just be authentic, be creative, but most of all, invest in yourself.
So investment matters a lot.
Yeah, you are the product.
All right, thank you. We are having in the house Miss Curvy Campuses Kenya, and we're going to have a great vibe here. Na tunataka tuchukue muda kidogo tu ili tuweze kuongelea mambo ambayo inahusu people who do modeling. Those people who are outside there interested to get into the field of modeling. You are catered here for by our Miss Curvy Campuses Kenya. All right, people who are watching us, if you have any question, remember to put it in the comment section so that we can give it to our guest. Tuone venye atatuambia, atatujibu na tuendelee hivyo. Anyways, those people at Academic Hostel pale opposite Imperial MKU. Remember, we having Wi-Fi there, which is at affordable price. Offer 50 off, and it's going at only 2,000 shillings. You got your full installation, so don't wait. Anyways, we're having also hotspot there, starting at 10 bob mpaka monthly. 10 bob 1 hour, imagine. Anyways, let's continue with the show. Now, when we come to modeling, do you think since you started getting these titles, or before I go to that, when you went to the runway the first time, you got what you went for?
I actually did. My first runway was for Miss Curvy MKU, and by God's grace, I got it. And I'm actually excited that my second runway was for Miss Nairobi, but it didn't get through. But also, God opened other doors. I was to be a model for the Miss Nairobi, but I ended up being their host. So it opened up a path for me into the hosting gig. And I'm actually happy that, like, when that door closed, God opened another one with open arms, and I was just running there, and I'm like, yeah. So yeah, I got that gig, and my third runway was for the Miss Curvy Campuses Kenya, and I did get it.
That's the third one?
Yes.
Which is the next runway you're planning to be, so that people who are in that race, they get prepared, because
I'm planning for an international one, of course, because once you get national and you're publicized in Kenya, you are anticipating for something bigger, something greater. I would love to make a very large impact, and I believe that getting on an international platform, that would really open up paths for me.
Okay, you got these titles. What can you tell us about maybe the benefit or the challenges that you're facing with those titles? Yeah.
Okay. A challenge. The challenge is you're expected to do too much that maybe isn't within your capacity. So people expect a lot from you, which is not bad, because God can't give you something you're not capable of working on.
Sure.
But other people tend to entrust a lot on you, and expect a lot from you, and maybe it's not like within your capacity. Could be financial, could be emotional, could be physically, could be just literally anything and everything you can think of. That's just the downside of it. But the upside is, as I told you, you get the chance to be like a spokesperson. You get the chance to meet a lot of people. You get a chance to just impact other people's lives. You can, like for example, we are doing a campus tour. Our tour is to begin in August, and we're going to visit like different high schools. We are beginning with Kilifi, a girls' high school, and I'm sure we're going to like explore different sectors in the education with those kids. They get to ask us questions in regards to the modeling and so forth. We get to mentor them, we get to talk to them. So I feel like it really opens up a path for you to just explore the different and vast varieties of things.
All right, so we have advantages of moving one place to another,
Yes.
like the adventure kind of.
Yeah, true.
All right. Are you done?
Yeah, sure.
Maybe
The
there's
adventure.
a challenge that you are facing and you're not talking about.
Like what?
I don't
Like
know.
what?
You know better.
Like what?
You know better.
Like what?
Let me check in the comment
Challenges
section
of
if
being
you're
a
having
lady.
someone who was given a comment about the question that we're supposed to give you. I can see some people are live. Thank you for joining. Show some love. Share the live if you wase wengi ili people to start watching us here on Maidanja live. And the video will be on YouTube by Saturday. It will be on YouTube. So be ready for it. All right. Now, sioni comment pale, lakini we will continue with our own questions as we had planned. Now, what makes you stand out as a model?
Wow. That kind of reminds me how we normally given questions, asked questions, ukiwa stage and so forth. What makes me stand out as a model?
Yeah.
I feel like an empath. I'm an empath. Apart from, I'm not a sympath. I'm an empath. So I feel like when I get to meet someone going through a certain challenge, for me it's more than just the person. It's more about like how do they feel. If I were them, ningefeel aje. So I try my best to help that person to the best of my capability. I feel like I'm a motherly person. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. A motherly person.
Yeah.
I'm caring. I'm an outgoing person. I am so outgoing. I don't limit myself. I'm always reinventing myself. So I feel like that is really something that makes me stand out. I always strive my best to reinvent myself each and every time. I don't limit myself to one thing. Kama sahi, I'm a model. Dr. Maybe next week, maybe I'm doing something else. So I always try as much as I can to reinvent myself, but always be authentic.
All right. So you say you are outgoing person, and in your introduction, you told us about the hair making or dressing.
Yeah.
Now, or maybe you're having people there who want to get neat hair.
Oh yeah.
They
Sure.
want to make their hair done. Now, how will they find you?
Oh, so I give them my social media platform, my number.
Yeah, where they can get you.
Okay. On TikTok, it's Miss Curvy Campuses Kenya. On YouTube, it's Tracy Mola. Facebook, Tracy Mola. Everywhere Tracy Mola except for TikTok, which is Miss Curvy Campuses Kenya. I braid. I do knotless, twists, natural twists, everything and anything you can think of except for the Ghanaian lines. That's literally all about hair.
All right. We are still continuing the show and mambo bado inachemka polepole tu kama uji wa mtoto pale mikoni. Lakini kama bado tunasubiri, unajua nini? Je, kama unaishi Thika and you having no occupation, maybe you are a student and you're having a lot of time, free time. Okay, Maidanja industry is looking for someone who is ready to learn, someone who is committed,